Can you imagine coming across something that has absolute scarcity in a world where we have created the illusion of scarcity, and then this one thing, finally the peasants have a chance to actually acquire some of it. Finally, it starts at the grassroots. The age-old tale of the kings the kings only win has been broken, and the peasants can actually gain the power of true finality of scarcity, and they have a 15-year head start to doing this. And then, based on a 36% drawdown, guess what happens? And this is a tale of as old as time. And I've been shouting about this now for 3 years. This is an emergency video, and there's nothing you can do about it. You will watch this video, and you will basically be able to do nothing with what I'm about to tell you. You don't have the power. You do not have the power, and as we're about to learn, people have given up the power. This is an interesting post that I came across from TFTC, and they basically demonstrated on-chain that wallets holding 0.1 Bitcoin, the plebs, the peasants, the people who need it the most to gain back the control that they complain about, the revolutionaries, the people who want to see the system torn down, the people who have visions of being kings and emperors, of equality across the world, of being able to chart their own course and win their own life back from a system that is oppressing them, from a system that has always strived to screw them. The number of wallets holding 0.1 Bitcoin went down during this dip. The people who got completely screwed when Bitcoin went above 100,000 finally had a chance to continue their accumulation and accelerate their accumulation. And what did they do? They sold. Just like I've been telling you they would. Just like I've been saying for the entirety of my time in Bitcoin, that I focus on people who have assets, who are in that $500,000 to $30 million range. People like my parents who were immigrants, came to the country, built something, built a property portfolio, had children, added to the economy, and then were getting the value that they fought for, that they left their land for, rug pulled from underneath them because of the amount of money that was being printed. That's who I've been speaking to. And guess what? Accounts with that amount, that range of Bitcoin went up because they have a real problem and they understand the real problem. The revolutionaries, the people who want to bring down the system, they sold the one asset that they actually can acquire at the same fair price as the rich, the elite, the 1%, sold. And I've been warning this since Blackrock entered the game. I've been warning this since all of these TradFi institutions realized what Bitcoin is. They're going to come for your Bitcoin. And they have. Not only will they come, they have a toolbox that is wide and painful. I told you, I warned you they're going to reduce the dopamine. I warned you they're going to come and create crashes. I warned you, I warned you, I warned you. And what happened? The very people that Bitcoin, amazing educators in Bitcoin, not me, amazing educators in Bitcoin have spent hours, dedicated years of their life at this point to helping the very people who wanted a chance to defeat the system, and they sold. The number of accounts, the number of wallets holding 0.1 Bitcoin went down. So don't ever hear this complaint of JP Morgan is trying to do X. Because of BlackRock, we can't have nice things. Because bullshit. BlackRock, JP Morgan are game players, and they're playing the game amazingly. They're playing the revolutionaries like a fiddle. They're playing them like a fiddle. It's like taking candy from a baby at this point. And it's disappointing for me because on some part in my journey in Bitcoin, because I had unlearned this in my journey in real estate, but in my journey in Bitcoin, I guess my sympathy, not empathy, I still have empathy, but my sympathy had started coming back. Because I was listening to all these stories, you know, all the people going out there to these shithole countries and teaching people, you know, empanada makers about how to accept Bitcoin and protect the value of your empanada in Bitcoin, not realizing, then I started waking up, started realizing that these people actually have costs and they actually have expenses. It's not like they're selling their empanadas for more, right? They're selling their empanadas and they got real life expenses going on. So guess what they're doing? They're selling that Bitcoin straight for US dollars. And again, it's been reiterated to me over and over again that the boomers, the people that understand wealth, the people that understand assets, the people that understand how to own something of true scarcity and never let go of it despite what happens to the market, they're going to be the ones that win. And it's more and more evidence, and you're going to hate me, and I was hated. I called them $1,000 net worthers. People created videos. People created tweets. People created everything. Trying shitting on British HODL for admitting and finally saying the absolute truth, which is these revolutionaries will sell. And they did. And guess what will happen in the future? BlackRock will do the exact same thing. They will wait, and they will wait for the revolutionaries to get a little bit too confident. Oh, you're celebrating. Oh, you got a Bitcoin president. Oh, yeah, you're super confident about how Bitcoin's working now, huh? You got a Bitcoin president. You got a Bitcoin treasury secretary. You got a Bitcoin everything. Oh, really? Let's hit you with a 36% pullback and see how you do. And guess what? You gave it up smooth. You gave it up smooth. They don't even know what Bitcoin X is. They didn't even do it themselves. This is not a high-end. They gave it to an intern. This is what they do to all assets. It's not just Bitcoin. This is what they do to all assets. And you sold. It's as simple as that. You sold. And the people that I've been speaking to held. The people that I've been speaking to increased. Why? Because they're intelligent, they're smart, they know how assets work, and over time they understand that scarcity is the one thing that they need to buy. They can read the signals, they've been watching my videos. Everything I've said has basically been on point. There's a reason why I'm invited to the rooms I'm invited to. I'm sorry I don't go to the Bitcoin conferences. I go to other rooms. I go to other meetings. Think about the amount, I can't even imagine how many, I wonder, do you think those people will be filled with regret? The people that have spent hours, dedicated their years of their life to try and educate people that just sold their Bitcoin from a 36% drop. Do you think they'll ever regret it? Or do you think they'll ever think, maybe I should have got a high paying job and just accumulated Bitcoin? Because the reality is, when there is finality of scarcity, no matter how many hugs, no matter how many trees you hug, no matter how many people you help, no matter, the only thing that matters is how much you own of that network. That's what matters. So the reality is this: when Larry Fink said nobody should be surprised if Bitcoin is $700,000 a coin, straight, and I made so many videos about this, he said it straight to the face of the interviewer at Davos. Nobody should be surprised if Bitcoin is $700,000 a coin. That was Larry Fink's quote. And I believe that the silent part of that quote was ... after we own enough. Because that's how the game is played. Larry Fink understands better than anyone that owning as much of and controlling as much of the scarce asset is what's important. And plebs don't understand that. Plebs don't understand that. And I've been saying it for 3 years now. They will come. They've got a wide pool of tricks. Part of it is reducing the dopamine for long enough until you get bored. Start buying sacks of shit treasury companies, 7x MNAVs, whatever. And the $1,000 net worth is fall for it, hook, line, and sinker, because tweets go out. People start saying, I'm getting bored. I'm going to make some money. I'm going to 3x my net worth tomorrow with a sack of shit that just got launched at a 7x MNAV. I'm going to hand over my Bitcoin. I'm going to buy back 0.2 of my Bitcoin in the form of a treasury company and then watch it collapse. They slid in so smooth with a 36% drawdown. I couldn't even believe my eyes. Couldn't even believe my eyes. The sentiment right now, we're sitting at such extreme fear. It's shocking to see how Bitcoiners are reacting to a 36% drawdown. Right? This is just one trick in the toolbox. Right? And then everyone's talking about JP Morgan. And I told you, like, this is retarded. And guess what JP Morgan did yesterday? Less than a week after I said, you guys are being retarded by having all of this, JP Morgan is trying to suppress the price. They launched a note, basically competing in the same markets. Actually, I would say expanding the market. I'm going to do a video on the product that JP Morgan just launched. It's a fascinating product. Right? It's a Bitcoin bond in essence, right? And JP Morgan just launched that yesterday. Days after I said you were being stupid thinking that JP Morgan's trying to attack Bitcoin. So look, I've been shouting about this for many years. I wanted to point out that I was right again. No one else is going to do it. The plebs are done. They're going to sell. And by the way, you know, the hornet's nest, Bitcoin is a hornet's nest, where it's been neutered at this point. And just when they get, these $1,000 nets, just when they get confident enough, just when the next, it's high, it's running, everyone's super happy, they're back in, oh yeah, I'm changing the world, revolutionizing, we take the power back from the government, take the power back from the banks, yeah, we're all in this together, da-da-da-da-da. It will happen again, and again, and again, and again, and again, until you sell. And your only job is to not sell. Because ultimately, firstly, happy fucking Thanksgiving to everyone in the US that's celebrating. And ultimately, you never fade the boss. Because there's always only 3 rules to Bitcoin. Step number 1, you buy Bitcoin. Step number 2, shut the fuck up. And step number 3, you get fabulously wealthy.